everyone, my name is Michelle. Welcome back to Yggdrasil, and today I'm going to be talking about whether or not it's ableist to call out someone who is faking a disorder online. And one of the biggest parts of it is that you can never truly know if someone is faking it. So my, rebuttal to that would be, well, okay, that might be true, but are you glamorizing the disorder? Are you making it seem fun and only showing the positive sides? Are you using it as an excuse and disregarding it when it's not applicable for what you want? So make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on if you're feeling risky, comment below what you guys think about this situation. It's pretty touchy, so I feel like there'll be some different opinions. Thank you so much to each and every one of my members. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and enjoy the video. A lot of teenagers and young adults struggle to find their identity and therefore will find it through alternative terms such as, faking a disorder. There are countless reasons why someone would fake a disorder. I'm going to be talking about people who deliberately fake disorders. These people will generally use their mental illness or disability as an excuse to say negative things to other people and to willingly play the victim. During this time, you might not think you're doing much wrong to hurt anyone else, but the reality is that you are most likely spreading a large amount of misinformation because truly you can't understand what it's like to have a mental illness or disorder unless you genuinely have it. If you think that you're a spitting image to another person on TikTok, if you're faking it, they could be too. It's a long chain. One day the disorder isn't gonna be trendy anymore, or you're just gonna get tired of faking it. However, these people who genuinely have the disorder will never forget the impact that not you specifically, but people have made specifically, the stigma that people have now put around their disorder. This is extremely harmful because it gives false information to people and especially to children. Children are now going around thinking that it's a appealing thing to have dissociative identity disorder or Tourette's, ADHD, BPD. Something that I've seen is a trend on TikTok, which I can appreciate, but at the same time, some of them are kind of like, do you have chronic anxiety? Here's 4 things that you might do if you have anxiety. Get nervous in crowds. Fear of public speaking. Or do you have dissociative identity disorder? Well, do you dissociate? Do you ever feel like you have a different personality? I know that's not the criteria if you do have DID, but this can spread misinformation and reach people who will choose to self-diagnose themselves with an illness that they don't even know the correct criteria for. Having symptoms of a disorder does not mean that you have said disorder. It's almost used as an accessory and something that you carry around with you all the time, whereas it's just interesting for me. I think I have, stims, and to me, they are so unnoticeable and I literally couldn't care less, but people online are like, oh, this is a new stim I found, and it's like, to an extent, you have to respect that, but at the same time, there's so many people on TikTok with Tourette's syndrome in which you swear, when really only about 10% of Tourette's patients actually exhibit that symptom. Meanwhile, other less attractive symptoms about the disorder are often not talked about, or if they are talked about, it's like a direct way to victimize yourself or to get away with something. People pretending to be on the spectrum will do things like bite their lip, pretend to be an e-girl, and act completely doe-eyed and innocent when people call them out. It's understandable that all people want to be unique. However, the problem lies in the misinformation of the disorder that you're faking, and in my opinion, something that is ableist is using something that happened to you or your disability to get something only when it's convenient for you and disregard it during other times. Exaggerating the symptoms of your disorder can be extremely damaging alongside faking a disorder, which is something that people with the real disorder feel more pressured to do because they don't get the same attention as the people who have the blatant symptoms. People are role-playing Tourette's and DID with sexual overtones, and it's frankly disturbing for that community. They most likely have a wall of people behind them that will call you a fake claimer, saying that everyone else is the problem. People will claim that they know by saying my blank, my grandma, my mom, my friend has this disorder, so I know. Claiming that self-diagnosis is valid for serious, chronic, debilitating illnesses. They will say things like, if you have DID, you can choose to have your alters. It's sad when there's fusions and integrations. And these people are built around communities where you think that their actions are normal. However, having a mental illness or a disability is not a choice that you make. People are claiming that they don't want to get diagnosed by a professional because the professionals don't even know enough about said disorder, DID, what have you. When in reality, what are doctors for? Yes, it's true that there's a lot about DID that doctors can't understand, but the reality is that they're pretty good a lot of the time at catching a malingerer, which makes them really angry. Ableism is the discrimination of social prejudice against people with disabilities based on the belief that typical abilities are superior. At its heart, ableism is rooted in the assumption that disabled people require quote-unquote fixing and defines people by their disability. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, I seriously could be wrong about this, but isn't it a little bit ableist to tell people who have the disorder that they're wrong and they shouldn't be calling them out because they just have different symptoms that a lot of the time aren't diagnostic criteria and were directly perpetuated by TikTok stigma. Some common examples of ableist language are things like lame, dumb, retarded, blind, deaf, idiot, incible, nuts, psycho, and spaz. These terms can be associated with a person's identity or their challenges, and because of that can be interpreted as insulting or harmful. I think it's quite ableist to refer to attitudes in society that devalue and limit the potential of a person with disabilities. As in telling someone who has DID that their symptoms are not as valid as yours because yours are more expressive or overt. Even though, interestingly, dissociative identity disorder is extremely rare. The community is convincing us that as much as 10% of the population can have DID, and that it typically looks extremely overt, when in reality, having overt DID is incredibly rare as opposed to covert. But of course, overt is more visually appealing, and you can make your own fictives and your own fictional characters to display to the entire world. Most of the time, people have good intentions. However, it often leads people to think that they have that disorder or to spread more misinformation that isn't true. Although I agree 100% that ableism does happen on the internet, people faking disorders, calling out people with the real disorder for saying that that's just not how it presents in the diagnostic criteria, they will get bullied offline, which in my opinion is also very harmful. I don't have an answer to this. Like, I can't say that you should or shouldn't fake claim people or have any specific solution. I wish I did. That would make things a lot easier for all of us, but there is research and diagnostics coming up in the next DSM for understanding the faking of mental illness online. If you think it doesn't happen, it happens all of the time, and a lot of the time we can't tell, obviously. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on if you're feeling risky, and comment below what you felt about this video. Do you feel like I said everything pretty much all well, or is there something I missed out on? Do you disagree with anything that I said? I'd love to know. Thank you so much to each and every one of my members. I appreciate each and every one of you every single day. Make sure to consider becoming a member. It starts at 99 cents. You get early access to my videos, you get to pick my videos, and many more other perks. There she is. Oh my god. I lost her, dude. Like, I could not find her. Like, I could not tell you where is she now? Oh, there she is. You say hi, my love. You say hi. Why'd you run away, my love? Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, as always, and goodbye.